The novel The Medal made its official debut recently at the Padre Pio feast day at the Church of St. John the Baptist in New York City. The Medal is set in Northport and written by Long Island author Kerriann Flanagan Brosky. It's the first mainstream work of fiction to include the story of Padre Pio. St. John's Church has a shrine to Padre Pio and celebrates him with an annual feast.
Well, this is a really exciting day for me. I mean, Padre Pio is someone that is near and dear to my heart. Obviously, it's a major theme throughout my book, The Medal, and to be a part of the Padre Pio feast day at the Church of St. John the Baptist in New York City is just, I mean, it's wonderful. The people are wonderful. They're very into getting the book and learning about the story and the inspiration behind it. And it's just a day to celebrate Padre Pio. This was the day, September 23rd, that he died in 1968 at the age of 81. And all these years later, he's, alive and well in people's hearts. So for me to be able to launch the book on this particular day is really such a great honor.
Since the late 1960s, we've had a Padre Pio prayer group here at St. John's, and in the 1970s we received the relics. And so there's been an annual celebration on his feast day here to commemorate and to foster devotion to Padre Pio. Padre Pio was born in the late 1800s and died in the 1960s, is one of the more media broadcasted saints, so of course that's helped to contribute to how he's known and remembered. But he was known particularly for having the stigmata, the wounds of Christ, for 50 years of his life. And in addition to that mystical presence that drew people to him, he was known for his spiritual work through the sacraments, especially reconciliation, and through physical healings that people experienced from his intercession and grace. I think it's wonderful that she wrote the book and to bring a even more contemporary experience of who Padre Pio is, how he can touch our lives, and how he can bring people back to faith who may be out of the church or people struggling within the church. He's a vibrant person and personality, and her gift of writing this book and offering a new outlook on his life and his contribution is profound.
I think it's really cool. One of the interesting things about Padre Pio is that he's a 21st century saint. And I'm glad Kerriann's book is, you think is one of the first. I'm sure there will be others because he's touched a lot of lives. Even this day, I'm constantly receiving calls from people. My grandmother knew him, or my father knew him. He's still tangible.
Padre Pio is celebrated worldwide for his work as a priest and healer.
People are definitely looking for help when they come to the Padre Pio Shrine, and as you saw inside, they have a sock of Padre Pio and they have a glove, and people come to worship and they do ask for prayers from him and ask for miracles and being cured, and he does grant a lot of those miracles, and especially, I go over this in the book, some of the miracles that he has granted people in modern day, so it's really amazing. So people are coming here, they're lighting candles, and they're, putting out their own petitions.
Certain people that I wanted to say a special prayer for, and I know that my friend Lisa knew about the church, about the celebration today, and that's why we were here.
The reason why we came out today was because I work at Glen Cove Hospital. I'm a registered nurse, and in our chapel at Glen Cove Hospital there is a statue of Padre Pio that was donated by St. Rocco's Church in Glen Cove, and it is a belief among the people that work at the hospital when we go down and pray that most miracles and our prayers are answered. Last year, I came here to have a special prayer right around the feast day. I had missed it. It came a week later, and my prayers were answered. And in life, we all have prayers that we want answered, and I have some friends here, and I kind of convinced them to come with me, and that's how we wound up here.
There are many documented cases, certainly while he was alive and since he passed. In his life, he was known for healing people who came to visit them, people who were unable to see, for example, receiving the gift of healing to their sight, healings through the sacrament of reconciliation spiritually, people who even at times didn't recognize their sins. Pio was able to look into their souls and to know what they needed to bring to God and bring them that consolation. So healings of infants physically, healing of adults physically, and healing of countless people spiritually.
You asked me about miracles. I can't attest to those, but I can attest to numerous numbers of men and women who have told me that Padre Pio was instrumental, they believe, in leading them to a change of life, a closer life with the Lord. And I consider that miraculous.
I think Padre Pio is an incredible conduit to bring people back to faith, because they see this suffering man who really was, his other friars didn't like him too much. The church put him, undercover, and he persevered, and there's light at the end of the tunnel. And one of his favorite sayings is pray, hope, and don't worry. And so I think it's very prevalent in the 21st century.
The medal got a warm reception by festival attendees who say it's great to be able to spread the word of Padre Pio through an inspirational novel.
Well, I knew her name because I have the cookbook, and I knew that, and then I saw the advertisement for this book. And coincidentally, she was here today. It's all a big coincidence. I don't think so.
It's exciting because people say, oh, how old is this book? When did it come out? I don't know about it. I said, well, today's the first day. So it's really exciting to share that with people. They seem really excited, and they want to help spread the word about Padre Pio, and they're all behind what I was doing and enjoy that I'm helping to introduce the mainstream readership about Padre Pio, not just people that maybe would come to this church.
The medal is available in stores and online. For more information, you can check out the website, padrepiomedal.com. Chris Collora reporting, Long Island Online News.